Hello everyone, welcome to our update for our PlayStation 4 collection as of January 2023. And it's going to be, well, it's PS4 and 5, because now we have PS5.
It's true. That's true.
And there's going to be a lot coming this year, so we're going to go ahead and get started with our games.
First one we have starts with an A.
Yes. Yeah, we have them all in alphabetical order right now, not by genre or anything.
Because that's how you should. That's how you should.
Well, now especially that we're approaching, we have 100 games now, so.
Not 100 yet, but we should.
Just about.
We should alphabetize. How do you sort your games? Because that's the only way is to alphabetize. First one we have is Arcade Paradise. This is from Limited Run Games, but it is not a numbered release. I haven't played this yet, but this looks super, super fun.
Yep, you just got that recently, so.
That's the other problem with this. Is going to be very overwhelming because we haven't played some of these.
Yeah. Well, our thing with especially because a lot of things are not physical or they're harder to get physically.
They're
when
very
games come
limited
out that
releases.
we definitely want, we just get them for now, and then that's the word. Because that's all we're really collecting anymore. We kind of stopped with retro games because of prices. We pretty much just get PS4 and Switch.
All you really need is a PS4 and a Switch.
So PS4 and Switch.
Next, we have something that you all need to shut your mouths about because I know you're going to be angry, and I don't care because you're all stupid. This is Balan Wonderworld. This is a good game. This is a good game. Maybe make some decisions for yourself, right?
I didn't play
Think for,
it, so I have
think
no
for
opinion.
yourself.
I have no opinion because I didn't play
Don't just
it.
listen to the news. Think for yourself.
Then we have the remaster of The Bard's Tale, not related to the old PC games. This is a remaster of a game that was on the PS2, and I think the Xbox, but definitely PS2. It's where I played it. Really fun, plays a lot like the Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance games.
Another
So
limited
that's really
one.
good.
Next one is one that I thought I was going to like a lot, and I think I just get overwhelmed. Is Biomutant. I don't know why I have to make my own character. I don't like making my own character. It's very overwhelming for me. I need to give this another chance, but I get very overwhelmed making my own characters. I don't like it. So, I do the next one. Next one
Well,
is...
most of the PS4 is your game, so
Not most.
a lot of these I haven't played or know what they are even.
Yes, you do. This is a film noir, which I think you'd like this one. This is
Yeah.
a detective from 1950s New York, Black Sad, and we have the lenticular cover here. Comes with some extra stuff, but really cool edition, and I think you'd like this one. It's really mature.
I might like it.
You need to ask your mommy's permission first. What's next? We have The Book of Unwritten Tales 2.
That was on Wii U, I think, originally.
I think, yeah, this is a... I think it's just a remaster?
And then, was this your game of the year last year?
This was my game
not
of the year.
2021,
This,
not
I platinumed this game.
Yeah, for 2021.
This was Bug Snacks, also available on the PS5 for anyone who wants a really good game on the PS5, because this is a fantastic game. This is for adults, though. Don't let it fool you. This is definitely for adults.
Another recent pickup, the Capcom Fighting Collection. I don't think you've played this one yet, have you? I was playing a bit of it. Definitely one of the first things. This will definitely be one I'll talk about more this year, because I'm just getting into it, and it's a huge collection of Capcom fighting
10
games.
games, I think?
Is it 10 or 12?
I think it's
10,
10.
yeah. So I haven't played all 10 yet. So I haven't really talked about it in one of my videos, but I've been playing that, and this is a lot of fun.
I think it'll be fun.
It's good. Well, because you recommended it because we had played an arcade version of Night Stalkers, and you were like, "What is that game?" I'm trying to remember what it was, or Dark Stalkers, depending on what region. But
Next, we have something that I'm waiting for Stefan to play with me. It's an RPG that you can play together. It's Cat Quest and Cat Quest 2 together at last, and I can't wait to play this, but I need Stefan to play it with me.
yeah, we'll play it together.
Next, we have the beautiful Celeste. So lovely. And that's a limited run edition of it. What's next?
Then next one, this is not one of yours.
Another limited run. This is Chariot, which I think is so cute and so funny. And a limited run, which is cool.
And this is one that you bought for you, and it was not your kind of game. It was weird, and I had no interest, and you had. I forget why I played it the one day. Just
I
on a
think
whim.
you put it in.
Oh, yeah, no,
You
I
started
don't remember
playing
why
it.
I tried to play it, but I think I was looking for a shorter game, and it was like under 10 hours, but Close to the Sun. This was one of my favorite games of 2021, I think it was. You know, it's a little over a year ago. Great, great game.
And that's Italian.
Yes.
So the next one, I'm so excited exists. I'm just so happy with it. And you just played this.
I just played it as well, yeah.
So excited.
You played it last year, I
This
just
is
played
the
it.
Cruel King and the Great Hero. This is the storybook. Storybook edition. I don't know if this has a regular edition. The other one that we have by these people just came out with a regular edition of it, which is really cool. But you should definitely check this out. It's not expensive.
It's a great storybook RPG. This is
Super
the
good.
first game that I played in 2023.
And just a great little RPG, and I absolutely love this. Next one is a horror. I believe this is like a. It's not a point and click. I want to say it's just a visual novel. It's Deathmark, and there is a sequel if we do like it, but we have not played this yet.
Yeah, haven't played that yet.
This is a. Oh, when did we get this? This was a couple of years ago. This was a Black Friday find that we got really, really cheap.
Really cheap, yeah.
Destroy All Humans, and this is the
remake of the PS2 game. I played the PS2 game. Haven't played that one yet. One of the collections they had of Disney games. This was really good. Aladdin, Lion King. We've both played this, right? You played all these?
I'm hoping they're going to come out with another one instead of just adding one
Jungle Book?
stupid thing to it.
Yeah, but so far this is it. So that was a lot of fun. That was a good one. This is one that you just got for me for Christmas. Doki Doki Literature Club Plus, with all the collectibles and everything that's on the inside.
Stefan's just excited because he has a game that has extra stuff inside of it, because none of your games ever have stuff inside them.
And then some of my favorites I played the last few years, we had Dragon Quest, Heroes 1 and 2.
Look at the spines. They're so exciting.
Well, yeah, a lot of the Square stuff.
Wow.
Square Enix.
Why do you always call it Squaresoft? That's dead.
That's when they were the great. But Dragon Quest Heroes 1 and 2, really, really enjoy these. These are some of my favorites.
You like them a lot more than you thought you were.
I'm not a big fan of Dynasty Warriors, but I love when they do the Dynasty Warriors style with like Gundam or like some sort of thing. They've done Zelda. One of the best games on the PS4. If not the best game on the PS4.
No.
Final Fantasy VII Remake
How many
Collector's
discs
Edition.
does that have?
Well, 2, and then we're gonna integrate, and then part 2, and keep going. And then what I'm playing right now, just started this week for PS5.
Ew! I hate the way the PS5 looks. Like I hate the way this looks compared to the PS4. Like the
Crisis
blue,
Core Union.
The blue just makes it so much better.
Yeah, you don't like the weight.
I don't like the weight on top.
Final Fantasy VIII. This
how
was
pretty
a
that is.
European exclusive to get it physically on the PS4. Final Fantasy VIII. Final Fantasy X and X-2 HD. I was just playing 10, replaying 10 on the Switch. I played it when it first came out.
You played it before?
Yeah, several times.
Oh.
The Steelbook edition of Final Fantasy XII, the Zodiac Age.
I love the steelbook. It's such a pretty
it's very
color.
beautiful steelbook. And we actually had the regular edition when this first came out, and then I found the steelbook for like $2 at a thrift store. So traded that in.
Ugh, this is such a great game. Did you play this?
I didn't play it yet.
You haven't played it yet. This is by Zoink, which is a fantastic game developer. This is Flipping Death. So creative. All of their stuff is just so cool, and I love it so much.
The Sega Genesis collection, huge collection, and I love the little touch of being like in a room that reminds me of my bedroom in the 90s and actually having seen the cartridge go in. Just those little things adds a little bit of flavor to it.
I don't know what people's problem with that one is. I think
it's a good collection of a bunch of
people
games.
get so angry about it.
What's the issue? Yeah.
This was a cool game, and I have not played it yet, but you have.
Frustrating.
This is The Girl and the Robot. This is the deluxe edition. Stefan played most of this game, like 3/4 of this game, and
the
loved
problem
it.
That game is the first like hour and a half to 2 hours I loved, and then the whole thing just went to crap. It was such a weird experience.
And it comes with a soundtrack, which is awesome. This is so beautiful.
I would replay just the first like hour or so.
I'm hoping I can play it and I don't have as much of a problem.
Yeah, after that it just
beautiful.
Yeah,
so beautiful. So the next one's a very rare game. I don't think anybody else owns this on the PS4. It's called God of War. It's a great game. I have the steelbook of it as well. I love this game. This is such a beautiful game.
And then your game of the year.
It actually got better. It did get better. Don't look at his review of it.
I like this better than the first one too. I agree. I like it better.
Ragnarok. I love you, Ragnarok. I love you.
Then we have a fantasy pirate RPG.
Yarr.
Greedfall, which I think that just came to PS5 as well recently.
And then this is our only strictly limited game, Heaven's Vault, which I'm really, really excited to play. We just got this pretty recently.
It's like an archaeology story adventure.
Sci-fi. Very cool.
And this you just got for Christmas, was it?
2 years ago or 1 year ago?
I think a year ago. Hellblade, remember that?
So that's really cool.
Psychological adventure. Yeah.
Yes. Now you got Hollow Knight. Another one that I thought was so cool when I started looking at PS4
I didn't
games.
like it either. I don't get why people
I thought
like
this
it.
looked so cool, and I really, really want to like this game, and I played like an hour or two, and I did not like it.
Yeah, I didn't like it either.
And I know I need to give it another chance, but it's Horizon Zero Dawn. I don't know. I couldn't get into it. But I really like the idea of it.
That one did not appeal to me.
This does not appeal to you either.
No, but you played this.
This is actually 2 games. Yeah. They're both very, very short. These are point and click games. The Inner World and The Inner World The Last Wind Monk. Cute little point and click, but I don't know. Point and clicks are just so weird because like the way that
the logic,
it just doesn't work at all.
When I played recently, the HD was a limited run physical release of Jak and Daxter, second best platformer on the PlayStation 2, comes to modern consoles.
Probably playing that next.
Yeah, I think I like it. This is a great classic. I've beaten it.
I never actually played the whole thing. I played like the first level, I think.
I don't know, this is the 4th, 5th time beating this over the years. Like I played it when it very first launched, and I didn't like Jak 2 and 3. I just love the style of this one. Continuation of like Crash Bandicoot really into the next generation.
I'm really excited we have that, and I just keep waiting for Limited Run to release it again on the PS5.
Well, you'll see.
This is really cool. I pre-ordered this, and I think this has a regular retail release now that I've pre-ordered it, of course. This is from Limited Run, but it is not a numbered one. It is KO the Kangaroo. This is a continuation of a series from...
series that came back.
Yes, which I've never heard of, but it looks amazing. Just 3D platformer goodness. So, very excited for that. Speaking of platforming goodness, Kaze! Look at her. Isn't she cute? I love her. Platformers are so much fun. This is not a platformer.
I don't know what this one is. This is weird. You picked out this.
Okay, so this is 2 Kiwis that run a mail sorting station. This is awesome. It's just like little puzzly games that you can play together. Super fun. It's called Kiwi.
This beautiful collection. I played this on the Switch. Yeah, I think you'll like these with the Klonoa collection 1 and 2. So it's the Wii remake of the best platformer on PS1 with the best platformer on PS2 remastered the first time together in one physical collection.
How exciting.
Another one that is insanely popular that I just have zero interest in.
This is another one
Zero.
that I put like... Actually, I put like 4 or 5 hours into this. I'm actually fairly deep into this, and I love the story of it, but I just don't like controlling it. I just don't... It's not... I don't know. I need to give it another chance. I will give it another chance. Just relax, okay? The Last of Us Remastered. I think this works better as a movie than a video game.
Nothing about it appeals to me.
I've watched a bunch of... It's a very good story, but I just don't like playing shitty bang bang games.
It seems like a good story, but in like a network TV.
Yeah, but I think it's a like, mini series, which is what they're coming out with. I think that's going to do really well.
Nothing appeals to me about
it. The next one is not the same thing. This is The Legend of Kay Anniversary. This was fun.
You were frustrated playing it, though.
It controlled really weird, and I think it's just because this is a remaster.
Because I think it was, I'm trying to remember off the top of my head, I think it was a PS2 game, and then I think it was remastered for the Wii U, and then
it
PS4.
Just controlled really weird.
It
was very difficult unnecessarily at some parts, and I think it was just the way it controlled, and I don't think I ever finished it because it was very difficult towards the end, and it was just frustrating. Next one is one that I saw when the Vita was out, and I really wanted it. It made me want to play the Vita, but I'm not playing the Vita. Let's not fool ourselves. This is The Liar Princess and the Blind Prince. This is a work of art. It is so beautiful. I love it so much.
And these are the same people who did that Cruel King game that we showed earlier.
This is the limited edition version of this, and for anyone that is even a little bit interested, they did just come out with a regular edition of this, and it is a lot cheaper. This is still very, very expensive, but the regular edition, which isn't just a regular case, is much cheaper, so please check that out, because it is amazing. Next we have Little Dragon's Cafe. I love this. This was so much fun.
You probably put more hours into that.
I put a lot of hours.
Any other PS4 game?
No.
You don't think so?
No, not even close.
I feel like you're playing that forever.
I've played God of War much more than that. Yeah. Don't even start.
I feel like you're playing that forever.
Don't even start. And Bug Snacks.
Yeah.
Don't even go there. It's so wrong. I need to play this. This is Man of Medan.
You got it because you liked the first.
I really liked the first one. I don't know that I'm gonna like any of the other ones because there's so many more now, and some of them look super interesting. But I don't know. I don't know.
I'll check it out.
But the first one was amazing. I'm so excited for the sequel for this. I loved this. This was such a great.
Well, and this was good because
a great time.
you didn't have a PS1 growing up. I had a PS1, so I played the original version of this.
This is
so this was
so
cool. You
much
got to
fun.
play it.
This is medieval.
Yeah.
I can't wait for the next one, which hopefully will come out this year.
I haven't heard anything. I don't know. But
I don't know. I haven't
this is
even
fun.
seen anything.
You've been able to play games that like on older systems, like remasters, remakes of them that you didn't play before.
This is like the most schizophrenic game I've ever seen in my life.
Schizophrenic. Why?
Because this game was super cheap when we bought it.
Oh,
Then
yeah.
it shot up in price, and now it's like a $10 game. This is like the weirdest
Why did
game.
it roller coaster
It's
like that?
the weirdest game. And it's a great game. It's the Monkey King Hero
It's a
is
movie
back.
tie-in.
This is a movie tie-in, which I bought because I thought it would be fun to have a game and
Yeah.
a movie. The movie sucked. The movie was horrible.
Yeah,
It had Jackie Chan.
Which so I was like, okay, cool. This Jackie Chan, he was underutilized, and like
It was horrible.
even the storytelling is better in the game version than the movie version.
This
it was
is
weird.
This
it was
is
weird.
a full game. Great game.
Yeah, for a movie tie-in game, it's
I had
actually a
fun.
lot of fun. We
both played it.
Yeah.
We both had a great time.
It's better than the movie.
You played it with, because there's a ton of different voice audio options. You
Yeah.
played it in Japanese, right?
I don't remember.
Or Chinese.
No, I played it in Chinese. I think it was.
Yeah,
it?
you
I
played it in
forget what the
Chinese,
options are.
and I played it in
It was like
in
2
English.
years ago. So I forget.
Fantastic game. Great game. Ah, so excited. So excited. I know people have a problem with this company that comes out with these games, this first press game. I think I've never had any problems with them personally. I pre-ordered this. I know a lot of people have issues pre-ordering things from them, but I had no problem. It came fine. This is Mulaka. This is the regular edition because First Press Games has amazing editions of games. Look at that slipcover. It's so cool. Comes with all kinds of stuff. Comes with like a coin. Such a cool game. And I don't have any problem with First Press. I don't know. I would check them out.
Then we have Night Trap, a Sega CD game. This
So
has actually
stupid. So
been
stupid.
well. This is one of my favorite things about the current gen is getting
Yes.
a bunch of like we've shown multiple PS1, PS2, Sega CD, Dreamcast,
PS3.
whatever. But sometimes it's ports, collections, sometimes it's remasters or remakes, whatever. But from a lot of different generations, because it's getting harder and harder to find that kind of stuff. So this is just really cool to have. I used to have a Sega CD, and like it was like one of those things that like you don't play very often, but it's cool to have something that's important about it and has a documentary included, and so that was. And then we have the remaster edition of probably my favorite PS3 game, Ni no Kuni, remastered.
Coffin is gone.
Which so that, and then Ni no Kuni 2, which I still haven't played Ni no Kuni 2 because I want
That's
to
right, you haven't played
replay the first one because it's been several years.
Well, and on the PS4,
And
the
on PS4,
superior
yeah.
system.
So I still haven't played that yet. Definitely want to check that out. And then you played this one.
I played this one, and this was such a beautiful game and such a disappointment. And I have such mixed feelings about this because it did the wrong things, and I have no problem with what I paid for it because I did not pay a lot for it, but I understand if you did pay a
Yeah,
lot
if you had
and you
paid
got
like
mad.
$60 for it, yeah.
Yeah, I paid
'Cause you
less
paid
than
like
10, so
yeah.
it was fine. The Order 1886. I'm so angry that this didn't continue because I feel like they could have fixed all the problems and it could have been so much better in the sequel, and I feel like that's just so sad, but such an interesting game.
Then we have the remake of Panzer Dragoon. This was one of the best games on the Sega Saturn. I prefer
I
Panzer
enjoyed
Dragoon
this.
2 because you had never played on the Saturn, right? You'd
No,
played-
no.
So we both got to play that. That was really cool. I don't
That
know
was a
what is
really
up
fun
with Panzer Dragoon 2. I know they're also doing, the House of the Dead remakes at the same time.
I'm excited
but-
about all these. That's
Yeah,
great.
but I just, hope they wish it would come out a
That's
little
a
bit
limited run,
faster.
isn't it?
So, this edition,
There's a limited
yes,
run.
it is, yeah. But so fantastic game.
Ah, don't
One that is
hurt your
now
eyes.
in the news because it just came out to the Switch recently. But Persona 5, really good game. But I've talked about it in the past. I didn't like it as much as Persona 3 and 4, or even like I like Persona 2, especially Eternal Punishment more than this. Like I don't know, Persona 5. It's a great game. Don't get me wrong, but definitely not one of my favorites in the series.
Something better than Persona.
I don't know about that.
Puyo Puyo Tetris. What a great game.
That was one of our first like 2 PS4 games, wasn't it?
This was towards the beginning.
Yeah, this was like one of our
This
first
was
ones.
towards
yeah.
the beginning,
You
but
played that at your parents, yeah.
yeah, this was a really fun game. I really enjoyed this, and it has so much to it. I don't know why you'd buy the second one. I don't know why you need 2 of
If
these.
you want more.
Because it's the same. It's the exact same thing.
I don't know.
So I don't know, but that's cool. This is an Amiga game that I think never came out. This is Putty Squad. I'm pretty sure this is an Amiga game that never came out, or it was an Amiga game. I don't know, but this was a cute little game. He's a cute little putty. So cute. This is a really fun game that I can't believe you still haven't played yet. It's so weird.
I've played the original on PS2.
I don't care. This is
I
better.
will play it when we get
This
the
is
sequel.
better.
You don't know. You never played the original.
We're gonna get the sequel shortly.
Now we have PS5.
But this is Ratchet and Clank. So good. Just so fun. Just like from start to finish, it was just fun.
Yeah,
It was just a
I like
fun
the original.
time.
I'm gonna play this once we get the sequel and play them back to back.
Yeah, I think.
Because because I'm in no rush because I played the original version. Then we have Root Letter Last Answer Deluxe Edition.
This was one of the first.
This
games
was
we
early
got
too. This was one of the first ones too. One of the best PS4 games, and I have not heard any reports about how well this did or not. But Sakura Wars.
I pre-ordered that for you. I was like,
Great.
I was convinced that was gonna be impossible to get.
This
I was
series,
like, everyone's gonna want this.
I have some of the games like
Nobody
they're in
wanted
Japanese, like on the Dreamcast, and it's just like I wish they were out in English. Like so, we only have like the one that's on the Wii and the PS2, and this was awesome. And like I want either a continuation of this or like remake, especially number 3, the Paris one. That would be great. But I don't know, just brilliant game. I don't know how well it performed.
This is not Sakura. It's Sakuna of Rice and Ruin. I always think it's Sakura of Rice and Ruin. I don't know why it looks the same to me. I'm a little dyslexic sometimes.
No idea.
But this is so pretty. Such a pretty game.
Well, the modern remake of Secret of Mana, one of the
I really want to play that.
one of the Square soft classics, now done by Square Enix, and they remade the third one as well. But one of the absolute classics, like even that like little opening with the title sequence, often that kind of whale sound in the background, beautiful. So you have a remake of that.
Then we have Shadow of Mordor, which I think there's a sequel to this as well. We have one that I wish I could get on the PS4, but I don't have money for that. Nobody has the money for that.
We have PS5, so
But this was our first PS5 game.
Yep.
This is Shantae and the Pirate's Curse. This is the unlimited run one with the little card in the back here. I really want to play this. I love Shantae. I think it's fantastic.
Yeah, we just got our PS5. If you don't watch our videos normally, like 4 days ago. So we just got our PS5.
Just got it. The rest of them I have on the PS4. We have Shantae and the Seven Sirens. Super fun. And then my favorite one, Shantae Half Genie Hero. I love Shantae so much. You should play it.
I don't know if I could. Now we're getting into more of my stuff. We have
Avert your eyes, children.
some of the greatest games ever made. Shenmue 1 and 2 collection.
No.
Done so well. And then
Now we're gonna get dislikes on the video.
the most underrated game I think I've ever played.
No.
Because this lived up to almost all of my expectations and is a brilliant sequel. Shenmue 3. I genuinely do not comprehend people that like 1 and 2 that disliked 3. Because 3 literally just feels like Shenmue 1 and 2.
They got out of the
that doesn't make
cave
any
only
sense.
to make it a couple more feet.
That's the only complaint that I
That was
understand. People wishing it
Really?
further the story.
Is that
more.
the
Yeah.
only complaint?
Yes, it is.
Because I think this was
No,
a complaint.
I'm talking about the game, not the pre-order like cardboard. And then we have the nice steelbook.
That's what you
with the
should
better
have
artwork
gotten.
and
That's
everything.
what you
Yeah,
should
I
have
agree.
gotten.
But we're not talking about that in this video. That's a whole another subject. And then probably the greatest dungeon crawler ever created. Thankfully, this came out again. Nocturne. Played this I don't know how many times on the PS2 to get all the different endings. Replayed it on the PS4. I think this is one of the only SMT games you might even check out. Like I don't know, but artistically, this is one of I think
It's so
one of the most
pretty.
fascinating games. It just I don't think any game creates atmosphere quite as well as this. Brilliant game. I really hope they do Digital Devil Saga.
Yeah, I feel like they hopefully will. Because that did
We
really
have
well.
Marvel's Spider-Man, which a sequel is coming out
Spider-Man.
soon.
And something like Spider-Man. This is called Stick It to the Man.
How's that like Spider-Man?
Because you stick things. It's like
okay.
you're Spider-Man. It's not like Spider-Man at all. But this is also by Zoink. I love the studio so much. They're
a lot of
so
Zoink.
funny. They're so funny. I wish there's 2 games that they have that are not physical, and both of them look amazing.
I don't know why that random one is not physical. Like, why would they not release like?
Lost in Random.
Yeah.
Look it up. It's so awesome, and I want to play it so bad, but it's digital only, and there's no plans. No plans. People
Yeah.
tweet them all the time.
Yeah, I don't know.
No plans.
Another platformer.
Next, we have another platformer. So rare. We have no platformers. We would have very few platformers if it wasn't for me. This is New Super Lucky's Tale. I love platformers. Like the 3D platformers. It's just so nostalgic for me.
Then we have Tales of Berseria. Really enjoyed this one, but I've talked about it before, how like it was a little disappointing. I really like the cast, but there were some things about the stories that went along in the gameplay that were a little more on the disappointing side. It's not one of my favorite games in the
I feel like the
series.
story is always lacking with Tales games.
You watch me play Abyss and you can say that.
I love Abyss.
Abyss
is nice.
Now that Symphonia is coming out and like coming out in like a month, I hope the next thing they do is Abyss to modern platforms, and then I hope we get
Abyss.
some older ones like the Destiny collection.
Oh,
Then we have Tekken 7. So much content in this, it's crazy. You played a little bit of this with me. I've always been a huge fan of Tekken. Tekken Tag Tournament and 5 are still my two favorites, but this is still a good one.
This is another one I have not played. Got this really, really cheap.
Yeah.
This is Tearaway.
That was one of those like $5
crafted
games.
editions. Yeah, I've found a lot of PS4 games that I've won auctions for, or
Yeah.
I've just like randomly gotten that are super, super cheap.
Yeah, that's why there's so many I haven't tackled yet.
A lot of them I just find, and
That was a Vita
it
game.
just, it just happened. Was this a Vita game?
I'm curious how this works and what they did, because the
It's
Vita
really
version
interesting.
utilized like the touchpad stuff and things. So I don't know if the middle pad.
I love like it's just like the interesting
Yeah.
elements that they
Yeah.
bring to these games. It's just awesome.
One I'm mixed on. I'm glad it exists. But Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 collection.
Why
I'm
are
really
you
glad.
mixed?
A lot of the stuff that they added and changed, I don't like.
I don't like some of the music.
Yeah, a lot of the new music tracks are horrendous.
I wish there was a classic version where you could
You can
only
alter
hear.
you can do that, but it takes a little bit of tweaking in the menus.
I
like
couldn't
it's
figure
not,
that out.
But it's so I really like it. And I'm glad it exists. But when it comes down to it, I still prefer the versions on like the Dreamcast or PS1 overall. But I'm super happy that I can just put this in a modern system we have hooked up and play it. So I'm really happy it exists. But definitely more on the the mixed bag.
I liked it. Trevor Saves the Universe. This is so great. So much fun. So much fun. If you like Rick and Morty, this is for you. It's not Rick and Morty. It's better. It's not better. I don't know.
You're much more Rick and Morty sense of humor than I
I
am.
love
so to
Rick
me,
and Morty.
To me,
This is fantastic.
To me, that sense of humor is funny in like a very short burst, but it gets old for me really quick.
I love it. And this is supposed to be really good in VR. So someday we'll have a VR
Try that
and we
out.
can play it.
Yeah. And a collection that you played your way through.
So this is also a PS3 game.
Yeah. Well, PS3 trilogy, and then.
And I don't like the PS3.
But you have
at
some
all.
PS3 games.
But I have
on
PS3
board.
games now. I'm so mixed with this series because I love the series, but there are some things I hate about this series. This is Uncharted. It's the beautiful Nathan Drake collection of it. I love the story. I love the voice actors. I hate the shooting.
Yeah. Well,
I don't do shooty
and you
shooty
like
bang
the
bang.
exploration
I don't
and the
do
treasure
that.
hunting as
Oh,
well,
so
and chasing,
beautiful.
but-
So beautiful. But
Yeah.
I don't care about the guns.
I feel like if
I
they
don't
had
need all the guns.
half
I
as
don't
many
need that.
enemies, these would be some of your favorite games.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't need to be fighting like an army
Well,
of
then,
people.
this you said is your
was
favorite,
the
like,
best.
yeah.
This was just so cinematically beautiful. It was just an excellent story. I love the character development. It was just a fantastic game. This one I have not played yet. I don't know why I haven't played it yet.
I think it's played all the other ones.
The
yeah.
Lost Legacy. I need to play that. Hopefully it's not the shitty shitty bang bang. I know it's supposed to be a lot shorter, so.
Then I think, was this the
This is the
first
first game.
PS4 game we both played Until Dawn? That was
I
really
platinumed that one.
fun.
That one was fun.
Like a modern FMV game, basically. The way the structure of gameplay.
Yeah, I think this whole studio, that's what they do,
Yeah.
is just modern FMV.
Next, we have another one of those like $5 games you picked up.
I
that
don't even think it was $5.
I actually want to play this, the Valhalla Hills Definitive Edition.
I think that was really
I wanna
cool.
check that
and
out.
I think it was less than $5. I don't even
Yeah.
think we paid $5.
But I want to try
for this.
that because it's kind of like the closest you're going to get to something like Warcraft on a PS4.
Yeah, it looks
So
cool.
I want to try that.
And I just want to keep talking about it so we don't have to talk about the next things.
Oh, my love, you're just angry. If you haven't seen it, watch. It's going to be at the end of this video. I'm going to link it.
No.
Our favorite games of 2022.
You're a bad man.
Because, well, you started it.
Oh, I started it.
I had only played Yakuza 1 and 2, and then you're like, you really like those. You should check out the rest of the franchise. I'm like, no, there's too many of them. Then we bought them all within like a month, and I played all of them last year. So we're into Yakuza. We have Yakuza 0, favorite in the series. Then we have Yakuza Kiwami, Steelbook, remake of the first one. Then Kiwami 2, remake of number 2. Then the collection of 3, 4, and 5. Absolutely love 5. And then 6, the edition with the art book, Song of Life. Oh man, love this series. I became a Yakuza super fan. It is my third favorite franchise now. Then we have Like a Dragon.
Ugh.
And some of my surprise favorites I did not think I would like as much as I do, but Judgment and Lost Judgment. These are, I can't wait for another Judgment game. Better do that next. And we have another Yakuza, Ishin, coming out in like 2 months. So it just keeps rolling along. So I'm really excited.
Can we breathe a sigh of relief because it's over?
No, I know you have a problem with Yakuza. So we got this big stack of Yakuza. I'm really only going to add to it this year. There's like 3 more Yakuza games coming out in the next year and a half.
Please tell him that Yakuza is not life.
Yeah,
it is not.
It is.
It is not life.
It is.
This is a great game. I love this game. And I wish I could have it on the Switch, but it doesn't work as well on the Switch. And that makes me sad. It's Yonder, the Cloud Catcher Chronicles. This was so much fun. I just had a ball. I probably put more hours in this
That's true. You did play that.
than a lot of other
that
games.
was one of our first
I've
games.
put
Yeah.
a ton of hours in this game. A disappointing game. I actually love this game. Is Yooka-Laylee. I love the first one. It does fall apart. It has some issues. And then the second one fixes those issues except for the very end of it, which is the impossible lair, which was very angry. Very, very, very angry Menda. I did not like that.
When we played together, one of the few co-op games was Zombie Vikings Ragnarok Edition. That's also, that was that company that you like? Zoink. But we played that together.
This is such a good, like, this is what the future of gaming should have been. This is couch co-op. It's
I like
beautiful.
couch co-op, yeah.
It's great. The only problem
Good sense
is
of
that
humor.
it's hard to play by yourself. It's really hard
It's
to play by
more
yourself.
fun with more people. Yeah,
But
you get up to 4 players. So, yeah.
It's so much fun, and it's so funny.
Yep. One of my personal favorites on the system.
Also a
we
remaster?
Have, Zone of the Enders. This is a remaster of the HD version already existed on 360. Originally a PS2 game. I wish I'd done the first game as well. I mean, second game's much better, but it has VR mode and everything. But Zone of the Enders, second runner, amazing game. I wish they would do more of those. This, I think, is my favorite, like, mech-based game ever as far as action games. So, incredible. That is our PS4 and PS5 collection so far. As I said, there's a lot of titles coming out this year that we're both
We
interested
do
in.
have a lot of things pre-ordered.
So this is going to be a big year for that. And it's going to be a big year for the other system that we really focus on, the Switch, coming up in the next video.